Greetings and salutations, my brother from another mother. Let's talk about pre-firing. Pre-firing is something that's been going for age-old Call of Duty times, and I'm going to be doing my first 10 or so videos are pretty much going to be a refresher course on things you should do while playing Call of Duty. Kind of just for people that are kind of been out of the game for a while and haven't really played or been paying attention to Call of Duty. Maybe you've been coming back, you're looking for this kind of stuff again, so let's go and help you out. Pre-firing. This video right here is a clinic in my ability to pre-fire. What is pre-firing, you might ask? Well, I'm glad you asked, my brother. What pre-firing is basically hearing the enemy's footsteps. There I go again, talking about enemy's footsteps. Footsteps are key and important. This is a game that gives you footsteps. Use them. Basically, when you use the footsteps to judge if people are coming around the corner. If you'll notice, I start shooting before most people even get there. You couldn't do this before in games like Advanced Warfare because of a thing called lag compensation. Beforehand, people that were on the move had the advantage versus people that were standing still. And people are like, well, good, campers need to die. You know, you might need to quit sucking. And I got played like a fiddle there. But look how good that stealth is. Like, I was coming out of it right there at the end because I felt it, but like stealth is so fucking good. I get a little nose breaker there. That's how you panic knife now. Put two in him and hit him. Because I think the nose breaker does something like 75 damage. I'm guessing. I don't know the code. But I only hit him twice. I hit him with 2 bullets there from a pretty weak assault rifle. And I was able to kill him with a nose breaker. So it has to do more than 50. But regardless, what you basically want to do is you want to hear the footsteps. You want to cue them up. And when you feel like they're about to come, try to guess where they're at around the corner. This is also called cutting the pie. You hear me say this all the time. Cutting the pie was more pivotal in Call of Duties without good footsteps because that's the only way that you could actually keep yourself or your bearings alive. You would use your teammates as barriers and you would cut the pie in a corner where you were weak at. Whereas this one you could be a little bit more aggressive because of the footsteps, because you can kind of count on the enemy team just to be running around like a chicken with their head cut off. And what we do here at Camper Nation is we take advantage of the chicken. We rip it, we rape it, we do all the other things to it. We fry it up, put barbecue sauce on it, and become 400 pounds of your boy right here. You know, that's how it came there, eating motherfucking scrubs for dinner. That's how I became obese. It's a true story. But it works so wonderfully. Like, every time you see me, I'm usually pre-firing. Come here, shoot that down. I see this guy slip back away. You want people to play your game. You don't want them to play. You want people to play your game. You don't want to play their game. Make them play to you. That's the way you control the enemy. You're controlling the enemy. That's the whole goal. You're controlling their emotions. You're controlling how they run their routes. You're controlling what weapon they use. They're going to try to think they can outsmart you, but you're controlling that too. You want them to throw the stun grenade. You want them to go out there and waste their time. Because you're going to hear them, and as soon as they cock that grenade pin off, you're going to jump out there, you're going to shoot them, and you're going to take a little bit of splash damage. But that's what you're going to do because you're a superior player. Superior player breeds superior tactics. Boy right there had his fucking Tempest out, his little scrub lightning cannon weapon. It ain't gonna fucking content for the pre-fire of the old Kuda here. By the way, submachine guns, I haven't used all of them, but the Kuda is probably the best for the pre-fire. It has a good rate of speed, controllable recoil, and it, like the VMP is pretty good too, but like, it's hard to get multiple people with the VMP because it shoots so fast, and it's really reckless with ammo. But you can do it. But like, if you're going to use a submachine gun strictly, I suggest the Kuda. I haven't got to use the last one, or the Pharaoh, but my boy Louis Arez's been using the Pharaoh, and it's been more like an assault rifle than anything else. But every time you see me turn around and I hear somebody, it's strictly from footsteps. Right there's another example of pre-fire. I'm aiming down sight against the wall here. I see 2 people coming up on the mini-map right here. I'm waiting for them. I see this guy coming here, and I start pre-firing. This is probably the longest pre-fire you see me do. But that's what I basically did. I switched out his weapon, trying to whip my UAVs to come up to give me an idea where they're at. And oh, I fucked this one up. Only got 11 bullets left in the ICR. I'm trying to get out the door. No, it's not letting me out the door. I get out this guy, and I don't win that gunfight. The ICR is just not good for being a pre-fire gun. If you want to use the ICR, go check out my first video. It's called Be the Rat. It shows you how to be stealthy and play the ICR like you should. ICR is an ambush weapon. It shouldn't be used to be a pre-fire, but you can use it to pre-fire. but it shouldn't be used on close quarters maps. Maps like Aquarium, maps like Metro. It shouldn't be used on maps like that where you're going to have very little long distance fighting. A map like Aquarium, you want to use a fast shooting, high damage weapon like the HVK, which, well, I just said it was a weak assault rifle, but it's a little different from the beta. I'm trying to compare it to the beta. It's more of a medium damage assault rifle now than it was beforehand. You see right there, there's just too many. I was hurt already. But you know, the high damage weapons, you want to use something like a Kuda, or like a fast shooting assault rifle like the HVK, or like the Man of War maps like this. You want to use the more precision weapons like the XR2, XM8, the 48 DREDGE, which is a fucking fantastic gun, which I have one of those videos coming out here too. It might be the most underrated gun in the game, but that's fucking awesome as well. As you see right here, I got my little sneak on little frog suit. But what do you guys think? Do you guys pre-fire? Is that something that you do often? What do you guys think about the old camping videos? You want them back? Let your boy know. See if you can drop me a like on the comment section. It helps out tremendously. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscription button. Let's go for 500,000 subscribers. Thank you, everybody, and I hope you guys continually support me. As always, it's been your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm Audi 5000. I hope you motherfuckers get your dick sucked tonight. Peace. Hold up, wait a minute, it's your boy here, Wings of Redemption. Hey fellas, this is right here's a gameplay I didn't think I was going to use, but I kind of want to give a little bit of a channel update on what I'm planning on doing. As I'm doing this video on Sunday, the 8th, and it's about to turn over to the 9th. So I was trying my hardest to get good gameplay over and over and over again, and my standards for Call of Duty Black Ops is TDM wise. I like to get over 20 kills with less than 5 deaths. I haven't really played much of everything else. I played some Search and Destroy, but you know, none of it was like what I consider commentary worthy. I mean, I get a bunch of good games, but I like to have the games that have a point of standout in it. You know, I'm currently sitting right at 3 KD. I use a multitude of weapons and things of that nature. And the reason I'm telling you all this is because, you know, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to go do the girlfriend thing. And I probably won't be home all day tomorrow, so I won't be able to play Black Ops for a while. And once I get back home tomorrow night, it's going to be Fallout time. So that's something that I got to look. Oh, fucking rock clip. That's something I got to actually really think about. It's going to be Fallout time. And, you know, there's people going to be expecting streams. People are going to want to blind Let's Play. And a lot of this got me thinking, like, I'm filling my plate up pretty harshly, because the idea was I was going to at least attempt 2 videos a day, kind of like with the, have a video queued up and have it with a like ratio threshold. I know it's kind of lame to do videos that way, but I'm trying to grow the channel, guys. You know, getting people to like your video is one of the biggest and best ways to do that, because it gives you viewer retention. But one thing I've noticed that with this new rendering settings, and I know a lot of people complained about the little guy's mic that sucked in the last video. To be perfectly honest, I don't hear that when I'm playing, and I didn't hear that when I was commentating, because I'm concentrating on what I'm saying much more so than I'm actually listening to like what's going on in the background. Like, I could not tell you what the Kuda sounds like right now, because I'm thinking about so many other things, and it kind of just slipped my mind. Normally I would have basically either muted him in game, but I was concentrating really hard. My bad. You know, it's one video out of hopefully 90 you'll see this month. But Fallout and streaming and all this, and like I need to get some kind of schedule to go together, because like, as much as I want to do a little bit of everything and put life into it, it's going to be really time consuming. And mainly because, you know, it's by no means this burden on me, like, oh no, you got to play video games, how horrible is that? No, it's I just want to use the time most efficiently for what you guys want to see. And I know a lot of people want to see Fallout. I want to play Fallout. I had a dream this morning where I was making my own Fallout intro movie, and like Dog Meat was like running along the side of a car while we're trying to run to the vault, and like it was crazy. It was all over the place. But like those videos are gonna be 30 minutes long, and I'm gonna render them at this high settings, and I'm gonna be playing it on ultra. I haven't decided if I'm going to play on survival yet or very hard. I'm leaning towards very hard because I heard survival is more akin to legendary. That's another video in itself. And like, I want to do 2 Fallout videos a day, but I also want to do 2 Black Ops 3 videos a day. And I also have to get both of those, and like, I don't know. I mean, like, I might have to bite the bullet and start submitting, like, taking, like, user-submitted gameplays and let it highlight certain things and, like, supplement with mine. Because I'm going to put a lot more context on the Fallout initial playthrough. And I'm going to try to sprinkle in streams. Like, initially I was going to try to do a Fallout blind Let's Play and a stream at the same time. I don't think that's going to happen. But I think I can have a secondary stream coming on right along behind that, and you know, let people see what they actually want to see. And I was actually running high kill streaks here. I don't know why. What do you guys think? What do you think would be the best allocation of time? Not to mention there's Resident Evil 0 coming out, Dark Souls 3 coming out, and possibly Battlefront. Lots of good games, lots of possible content. I'm glad you guys are here. Hopefully we can grow our channel. Let's go for this quest for 500k. Let's turn this negative channel down and go positive. Greetings and salutations, my brother from another mother. It's your boy, Wings of Redemption, always known as Captain Slinging the Hot Root. I just wanted to make a couple videos here and there to let you know you might be sleeping on a gun or two up in this old Black Ops 3. And before I venture off into Fallout 4 land, I'm going to let you guys in on at least 1 or 2 of them motherfuckers. Beforehand, since I'm doing videos again, and people want to complain that I don't do enough editing or I don't do enough, you know, maximizing content and shit, my shit ain't bright enough. Let me tell you something. If you want bright, exciting lights, go to one of those could-be child molesters over there on the Minecraft side of YouTube. I'm sure they'll be super excited to see you. But anyway, for you real dick-slinging motherfuckers that might be in this room, let's go ahead and talk about the 48 DREDGE. The 48 DREDGE is a light machine gun. You lock it pretty late. I don't know what the top of the level off the top of my head is. But it's a 6-round auto burst, which means all you gotta do is hold it down. It'll automatically burst 6 rounds over and over again. That has virtually no recoil. Well, why is this a good thing? It's essentially a high-capacity assault rifle with an LMG DPS. It doesn't take 6 rounds to kill. It takes something around 3 or 4 to kill, but it shoots 6 out. But since the burst is so long, you can actually pre-fire very well with it. So it makes it good long range and close range. For example, I did a video just recently where I talked about hip firing and how pre-firing and how pre-firing is very important to your game. Well, to me, this right here is the best pre-fire weapon in the game. Granted, I haven't used the XM8 yet. I haven't got a chance to use the XM8. But for strictly pre-firing purposes, DPS to pre-firing ability, the DREDGE 48 is the best one in the game. That's just my opinion based off nothing but experience and use with the gun. But if you guys want to give it a try, this gun is fucking raw as shit. It is good with no attachments. I mean, when I first seen it, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was going to be one of those weapons, kind of like the P06, that might be one of the most worthless weapons in Call of Duty history, but I was dead wrong. This right here is the M16 on steroids. It doesn't have the move penalty since you're cybernetic in this game, so there's no move penalty for the light machine gun. And since it has such a high rate of fire, the hip fire penalty of the LMG isn't really there either. The big benefit or the big drawback for this gun that I found is its very, very, very low magazine capacity. And so I want to go ahead and go into magazine capacity real quick. I talked about this a little bit in my last video, where magazine capacity number-wise means very, very little. A gun like the Man of War has 30 bullets, whereas a gun like the ICU, or ICR has 30-round magazine as well. But anybody would go ahead and agree that the Man of War is capable of killing more people per clip than the ICR. The ICR is more of a precision weapon designed to kill 1 or 2 people a clip, and it's for people that don't really want to mitigate recoil any. Whereas the Man of War has more recoil, but effective more bullets per clip. Why is this important? The 48 Dirge has very little ammunition per clip. Even though it says 60, it shoots 6 bullets at a time, and 6 goes into 60 10 times, so it only has 10 shots theoretically. So you only can shoot 10 times before you actually have to reload. And that comes into play heavily. So you have to use this in a situation where you're pretty much defending long range. So it's best to use it as a marksman weapon that is capable of destroying anything up close. Like, it doesn't have a up close penalty. And the reason that you want to discover what kind of weapon best suits your style is because it depends on how well you pre-fire, how well you mitigate the recoil. Like, look right here, for example. This is me dominating that guy up close. Hip fire, get this guy. Only got 3 shots left, but don't worry, I took him out because it only takes 1 of the 3 shots to kill. It is a really, really, really good fucking weapon. And a lot of people are sleeping on this. Everybody's like, Gorgon, 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 Gorgon. And I will get to a video using the Gorgon eventually. I like the Gorgon, but I don't think it's as good as everybody makes it out to be. Yes, it's really fucking good long range. It is outstanding long range. I don't think any gun but like a sniper rifle can beat it in strictly, damaging factor at long range. But one thing it suffers from is close range, because it has such a long burst in between attacks. It suffers where the Dirge 48 doesn't. It doesn't suffer at all because it has such a quick rate of fire, and that the fact that it shoots 6 bullets has a longer hit scan than the Gorgon, since the Gorgon fires 1 bullet at a time. So you can pretty much just whip the hit scan out for the Dirge 48, whereas the Gorgon, you got to be more precise and you got to hope 2 shots hit. Not to take me as a bad gun, it's just more of a situational gun. But you might be sleeping on a gun. This might be one of them. This is theater mode, and the shit froze right here. Hope you guys apologize. But anyway, hit that likes, 1,500 likes. I'll drop another video today. Today, mother. Peace, people. Three versus 3 TDM. That's exactly what I want to play. Thank you, Treyarch. Thank you for bestowing this opportunity on me. Regardless, greetings and salutations. We are going to go get our camp on. I hope you brought your long johns and your shotgun lamp, because we're going to teach you how to camp breach today, and we're going to do it with probably one of the most overpowered guns in the game. The gun that got all the pro players' panties in a twist. Like some chubby checker shit. The Gorgon Rapid Fire. This Gorgon right here, you see right here, I have the rapid fire attachment on it. I don't have grip. You don't need grip on the Gorgon. You don't really need quick draw on the Gorgon either, but I'm pretty sure I have quick draw on this one in particular. And I have the Varric sight. I really like the Varric sight over all other sights. Even the target finder, because, everybody knows Wings of Redemption needs the target finder. I need to be able to see those targets. That's another story for another day. But the people that thought the target finder was overpowered are fucking stupid. That gun, the target finder, it was a nice sight. That's all it was. And back in the day, all I ever used the target finder for was to take the sway out of guns. Regardless, this is how you want to camp breach. This is a 100% clinic on how you want to camp this map. Believe it or not, I find this map more a submachine gun map than a LMG rifle map. I just happened to camp it this time with the Gorgon because I was trying to get rapid fire, and this is the first match I had the rapid fire attachment on it. What the rapid fire attachment on the Gorgon actually allows you to do is win those medium to short close range gun battles more easily. The long range battles are pretty much the same, but since the Gorgon has that little bit more rate of fire on it, it pretty much gets those 2 shots off before anybody can even have a chance of killing you. It makes the gun almost unfair. Dead serious. Like, the gun becomes a fucking monster if nobody can contend with it. I wouldn't hold on to this because I feel like this gun right here in this state is going to get nerfed at some point. I feel like it's going to happen because the pro players are already crying about it. And not too many people are using it. I mean, I don't run into too many Gorgon users. And you have to get pretty high up in the prestige to actually get the rapid fire. I think is the last attachment. But what you want to do, but regardless, I don't have very much time. Can't go off aloof. What you want to do is you basically want to come up into this room. This room in particular, you can't do the one across the way because it is a symmetrical map. But this room, and you just want to kind of like pick people off. You don't want to challenge too much over there. If you want to glance, go ahead and glance. But don't try to sit over there and win the gunfight across the way, because there's going to be a lot of people over there. Sometimes you just got to let them cook over there and do their own thing. If you notice somebody's not paying attention, you can pop out and pop them. If you're using a submachine gun, don't even look over there. What you're going to want to do there is once you get your sentry gun, you're going to want to put your sentry gun up in the window. As you'll be able to see, I'm going to do here in a second once I get it. Yep, there's my first sentry gun. I'm about to go on a fucking killing spree with this little setup right here. Hardened sentry gun goes up. Now that hardened sentry gun, all you got to do now is protect it. Just protect the hardened sentry gun. You're going to get kills constantly throughout the rest of the game. I come down here to get some more ammo from Scavenger. And to go ahead and reload my Gorgon. Oh, and I think I hear somebody. I got the game sound turned down, but you guys can't hear it. But I did hear somebody, so I kind of wide out of it. Rang the dinner bell right there to see if that motherfucker would come along. Because sometimes people are wandering around. They don't know you're actually here. So you got to give them a little incentive. You got to ring that damn dinner bell. Like, ding, 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 ding. Come get it, motherfucker. I'm bad. I'm shooting out the goddamn window. And then, you know, they get fucking shit on by your boy with the Gorgon. But that's essentially just how you do it right here. 100% easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm gonna get my damn reload on. I get the UAV out there. Notice I have time to get the reload on. There we go. So we got enough ammo to finish this gameplay out. The sentry's taking care of the front. The only way this can backfire on you is if somebody jumps through the window with blast suppressor. And very little people use blast suppressor, surprisingly, mainly because jumping is not this big thing in the game. Look at that. Hard sentry gun, one of the best kill streaks on the game. It just scored 3 kills right there for me quickly. It kills so quick. So good. It's such a good kill streak. In my opinion, the best kill streak per point value in the game. And there I got another hardened sentry gun already. Got another lightning strike. Lightning strike's more of a mortar strike on this, like in Black Ops 1, than it is a lightning strike. I don't really suggest using it too much. Replace my old sentry gun with that sentry gun and just keep guarding. You'll drop a flawless. I actually have like 3 flawlesses in this section. Greetings and salutations, my brother from another mother. Welcome back to another wonderful commentary today with some campy ass TDM gameplay from your boy Wings of Redemption. You know, I think the idea that a lot of people don't even watch these gameplays because, like, yeah, I'm not the most active guy out there. I'm by no means a porn star for hire or something like that, but I'm not really as campy as people make me out to be. I mean, like, I've seen people that camp way harder than I do. One of the things I have is I just have a very good, consistent ability to move the controller a microcosm per pixel. that is my strength. I think Kyle said it best. My strength is to basically move the cursor as little as humanly possible. Yeah, it's what I'm good at. It's what I'm good at. But this is the best TDM gameplay I've gotten on Black Ops 3. I got it the other day while I was sitting there waiting on Fallout 3 footage to render. And I was going to go ahead and talk about and touch base on a couple different things. I haven't done any Call of Duty commentaries in the last 4 or 5 days, mainly because I really wanted to talk about the Syrian refugees, but at the same time I didn't, because, like, I feel like people don't come to my channel for that leftist, liberal, libertard kind of lifestyle that I've kind of like subjected myself to. And I think a lot of that comes with age. You know, I think it was said Republicans love America like a 4-year-old loves his mother. It loves it unconditionally, and anything its mother does that is bad is not bad in its eyes. Whereas a liberal loves America like a grown-up, where you want it to see it to get better and you want to see everybody that lives in it happy. And I think a lot of people are like that. And, like, just reading conservative forums or looking at anything that the conservative lifestyle puts out there makes me think, like, how do these people live with themselves? I mean, like, because greed over the years has shown that it doesn't work. The fall of Rome was caused by greed. The republics all fall because of greed. And for some reason, we base our entire society on worshiping of people with money. Look at the rap game, for example. The rap game is the entire worship of money. They even stopped rapping at this point. They've stopped trying to drop dope flows. Instead, they talk about Mercedes-Benz and big screen TVs. They just cut out all the middlemen. They cut out all the substance and be like, yeah, bitch, let's fuck in the club. Got that money in the motherfucking bubble up. You know, my bank sit right on the numbers. Got so many. I don't know. I'm just freestyling. But whatever. They cut out the middleman. You know, we have this intense worship of money in this country when really what we should be caring about is happiness. Happiness isn't something that is something that you... Happiness comes in second samples. I know this is quoting Dennis Leary here, but it's true. Happiness comes in second samples. And when you realize that you have happiness is soon after the fact that you've lost the happiness that you had. Nobody realizes they're happy when they're actually happy. You don't, but everybody fantasizes about those feelings when you're a kid. You know the feelings when you're a kid, when you go out to recess and you're playing basketball or kickball in the yard and you're having a good time and you get the ball and you dribble it and there's no cares in the world. That's what people normally, insinuate with happiness. Happiness is getting the new car and bringing it home. Real life is realizing you got to pay for that bitch for another 5 years. That's happiness. Happiness is something that comes in sample form. You never can get it, but decency is something that you should strive to have. And like being a decent person isn't something that a lot of people strive to be. People strive to be successful. People strive to be, better than others. People have this. Let me take this for example. I don't have too much more room to talk about, and this really talks about nothing. How many people out there drive a car? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, all you motherfuckers that drive a car. This is for you specifically. When somebody passes you in the car, you're driving. Let's say you're going 5 miles over the speed limit. And let's say somebody goes, passes you in the car. If the first instinct that you have is to be upset that he passed you, you might be a little bit selfish. That is a calling point, because I remember having that in my chest. I remember when I first started driving. As soon as somebody passed me, I would think that it was an insult on my character or something like that. But as I grew older, I realized that I had a guy named Bob Benson. I'm sorry, just jumping up, but a guy named Bob Benson put this in perspective for me because I wanted to make my car faster. And he's like, faster based on what? I'm like, other cars. I'm like, well, if you race against a moped, you're faster than a moped. Would that make your car fast? That kind of what he was trying to explain to me is being fast is relative, and you should look at things in life that is relative. Him passing you is because he's willing to break the speed limit more than you are. It's got nothing to do with your character. And you speeding up is taking advantage of other people. Because what he is doing and what you are doing are two different things. What you're doing is being normal and trying to obey traffic laws. Why are the traffic laws there? So you don't hurt other people. What he's doing is putting his own needs ahead of other people's lives. And that's selfishness. And I think that illustrates it perfectly. 49-3. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hopefully I'll live stream here soon, but I've been rendering these Fallout videos like mad. I will catch up here in a minute. Greetings and salutations, my brother from another mother. Welcome back to the truce. That's hard 8 times as mess. The truce of YouTube. Where do we start with this commentary? Like, I do these things uncouth. I don't record them. Sometimes I do second takes and things like that. But I don't ever write these down, so I'm too fucking lazy for that. But I want to talk about the Syrian population. More specifically, the Syrian refugees. About, what is it, 30,000 that they want to bring into America? And we have most of the counties... Well, most of the states, not counties. Most of the states don't want them. And like the government's like, I'm not going to accept Syrian refugees. Well, it's not in your power not to accept Syrian refugees. You don't have that power as the governor of a state. See, this war was fought back in 1941 while we were in the grips of World War II. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania didn't like this. Pennsylvania passed a statute requiring aliens to register with the state and carry a state-issued identification card and pay a resignation fee. But the next year, Congress enacted that the law requiring Congress made it so that aliens would have to be registered on a national level. So that would supersede the state. So as long as they're registered through the United States, they can go to any of the states. That's what that pretty much means. That happened in 1941. That takes all the lawful power away from the governors. So all these charts and shit that you're seeing about which states are not allowing illegal immigrants, it's bullshit. Baloney. It is a corporate, well, not corporate, but it's a political farce. And most of them in these speeches cite the number one reason they don't want to let Syrian refugees into their state is because of the Paris terror attacks. Well, seeing that most of the terrorists in that situation were pretty much European nationals, that means they were registered European citizens and not from the Middle East. Even though they had Muslim religion, that kind of defeats the whole purpose that ISIS might sneak people in. Because in France's case, the people were already there. They didn't have to be snuck in. Same thing that happened back in I forgot Fort Hood. Fort Hood had a shooting, which I don't remember the guy's name, but it was an army base shooting where a guy shot a bunch of people in line. He was already in the United States. He was in the United States military. How's that for a vetting process? A $771 billion vetting process. The fact is you can't stop crazy. And you can't protect yourself from a bomber with a handgun. I've had all my political Republican friends losing their goddamn mind. Like, well, we need to protect ourselves, and we need that wall now, huh? What's the fucking wall gonna do to somebody that has determination? Literally, this isn't the fucking Stone Age. We're not going against barbarians. It's not like people are dragging their knuckles and they don't never heard of an airplane or a car. They can get over a goddamn wall. People naturally could climb walls. We've invented grappling hooks. We know what how rope works and looks like. There was a great video, and I shared this on Facebook, where Penn and Teller, they did a show called Bullshit. And in that show called Bullshit, they hired 6 illegal immigrants. It might have been 9, but 6 to 9 illegal immigrants to build a wall up to the standard that the Texas wall wants to be. 9 feet high, razor wire at the top, the whole 9. And it took them somewhere along the line, and it was only like a 10-foot section of wall. It took them somewhere like all day. It took them pretty much a whole shift to build the wall. And it took them less than 3 minutes to get through it, under it, and over it in a team of 3. So you're telling me that we should spend billions on a wall, but at the same time, you're sitting on TV crying that we might spend $1 billion trying to save people's lives, while we spend $771 billion dropping bombs on the same people. All lives matter, right? Unless they're brown. And I know I'm jumping top to the topic here, but another thing is I'm tired of people wanting to go to war with ISIS. I'm tired of it. You know why Obama does not putting boots on the ground? I'm a fat white motherfucker from South Kakalaki. South Carolina. We 51st in education. 51st out of 50 states. The District of Columbia counts as a state in educational purposes, and we still lower than them. We're lower than Hawaii, which is a fucking island out in the middle of the Pacific. We lower them boys too. But I know this with the South Carolina education, that if you put boots on the ground in Muslim territory, all you're doing is breeding more Muslim warriors, and you're creating what you call a perpetual war. What does perpetual mean? I don't know if you guys remember the motherfucker. We used that word a lot back when the machinima days, when they started handing out perpetual contracts. That means it is a never-ending war. Never ending. Let's look at the actual definition. And that's exactly what it is. Perpetual. Adjective. Never ending or changing. Occurring rapidly, so frequently it seems to be endless or uninterruptible. That is what we're trying to avoid. Another perpetual war. And the shit is so hostile right now, with Turkey shooting down planes in Russia, Russia getting in and fighting ISIS, United States fighting ISIS. You're breeding a religious-based World War III right now. And what did Einstein say about World War III? That he didn't know what weapons would be used to fight World War III. But he knew sticks and stones would be what fought World War IV. Because we would destroy ourselves. Based on what? Irrational fear? You have a 1 in 20 million chance to be killed by a terrorist. You have a better chance of being mauled by a dog. How many times do you fear dogs than you do being killed by a Muslim terrorist in the United States of America? And another thing is people are afraid of the number of Syrian refugees. They're so terrified of this number of Syrian refugees. And this is like the Ebola fucking scare. You guys remember Ebola? Yeah, that disease that was all over Fox News and every other damn news counter. Ebola this, Ebola that, Ebola outbreaks. They're tracking. They had Ebola experts. Ebola killed a fourth of what the flu kills every year. A fourth. Why didn't they have flu tracking experts? This is the same bullshit right here. 30,000 Syrians ain't shit. You know why there ain't shit? Because there's 320 million Americans living in the United States right now. Between 5 to 12 million, that's the best estimate I could find, are Muslims. So there could possibly be between 5 and 12 million Muslims already living in this country. So you're talking about less than 1% of the total Muslim population coming from the Syrians. And we're supposed to be afraid. Yes, there's a great chance there's going to be a murderer in there. But there's also a great chance we'll save a bunch of lives that deserve it and they don't need to wash up on beaches. Think with your head, people. Use logic. Don't fall into the propaganda and don't give yourself up or give your rights up based on fear. You could get in a car and die tomorrow on your way to whatever. Work, Wendy's, divorce settlement, whatever you want to go die to. Death is a certainty in life. It's going to happen. But if you allow things to make you clingy and not experience life, that's when you've truly died. Quit fucking refugees, boys. Hey, how you guys doing? We are into the dead zone here, and it's almost Fallout 4 time. And I know I haven't did much on it. I'm not Mr. Matty Plays or anybody like that, but I really enjoy the game. But I seen this, and I wanted to go ahead and make a comment on what this means to me. It says no trespassing, Mrs. Sarah Peavy, and underneath it says Carl Peavy. Well, Sarah's my grandma. That's gangsta grandma. And right underneath, it's Carl Peavy. And I think it's poetic. Because it goes to show that you never really know what somebody's going through. As much as people put on fronts nowadays and people want you to give you the idea that it's strong, this is a statement. Keep in mind, my grandma has a 6th grade education. And she did so because she'd come from a time where you had to work in fields and things like that. And a lot of people can put a lot of negativity out here towards this. But I don't see any negativity. What I see is a person that was heavily influenced by somebody else that still hasn't let go. And it makes me want to have a relationship like that. And it's been 13 years since my grandfather died, and she still feels the need to hold on to everything he owned. Axes, and even memories. This sign wasn't even made when my grandfather died. This is a cheap, made in the USA, no trespassing sign, which he still felt to include his name on it. Deep shit. I woke up today and I feel exceptionally good. I don't know why. I recently had a bout with tonsillitis. First bout I've ever had in my life. I don't know where it came from. I'm still getting over it. Had a yellow spot on my right tonsil. And it hurts a little bit every morning. But like for the most part, I don't have any inflammation or anything like that left. But some reason I woke up today and I felt really good. Like some days you get up and you feel like it's time for a change. And you start seeing the cause and effect of life. That house right there, good day to be alive. That's Mr. Darrell. He's been our neighbor as long as I can remember. I remember him and his wife used to have a poodle that I would go play with when I was a little kid. I remember my first computer, when they delivered it, was a Gateway, 32 megabytes of RAM. They delivered it to his house because we weren't home at the time, and I was so excited. He kept it in his den for me, helped me carry it over, and even helped me hook it up because I was real little. And like, things I've been thinking about lately is like his boys over there now. He's got a son about my age, and Mr. Darrell got diagnosed with cancer. And it makes me realize that all the things I've been doing to myself, all the neglect, and all the backsliding I've done to myself, has caused me to miss out on things in life. I can't tell you how much I want to go over there and be able to help that guy fix that house up. Not because I'm good friends with Mr. Darrell, because I feel like it would be the right thing to do. But I can't, because I'm walking around my yard and my back's in pain, and I'm too heavy to get on the roof, and I'm barely able to work on cars anymore. Which, don't get me wrong, it's not a thing I enjoy doing, but it's something I enjoy doing in the same way. It's not nothing I'd want to do for my entire life, like go to work and work on cars. But working cars for me, or helping people with it, is more about a bonding issue. Like, you get to help somebody out, and you see the appreciation, and you see the relief on their face when you tell them it's going to be okay. And it makes you feel good. And that's the reason you do it. And if you do it in a work sense, you don't get that same satisfaction. Because, to be honest, climbing under shit sucks. Trying to sneak your hand into like a small area designed for little dudes sucks. I don't even know why I'm standing out here doing this video.